Hello everyone and welcome back for some more War Thunder air battle. Today, it's a reunion with my two oldest friends from War Thunder, Eric and Adam, that you can see in front of me, also in German P-47s. So it's been quite a while that we've all played together. They both recently each got a new computer and are both heading off to college here soon. So they'll both have a computer that's capable of playing War Thunder at very good settings, and they'll both have very good internet from their colleges. So I look forward to having both of them around on the channel more often. And Adam and I had already been playing a little bit of low-tier Italian earlier, which is where I conceived of this joke that I'm typing here in the chat. And before I forget, this is a battle from 20 August 2017. So we decided we would get together. We originally, if you watched my FAQ video where I talked about the my symbol and the number 4, the three of us plus one other player who doesn't really play anymore are where the numbers came from, and it was from a P-47 squad. And we each, we squatted up with the 4 of us, and we were playing P-47s a lot. And there's the punchline for the joke. We were playing German P-47s in a squad, and we each took a number 1 through 4 and put it on our tails. I actually still have it on my P-47. I've never taken it off. That developed and evolved into my current personal symbol, which is the Dutch symbol with the number 4 in it. It's not because I'm Dutch or anything. It's just... Anyway. So after the Dad jokes for days hashtag here, we'll skip ahead a bit and get to where we're up at altitude just shortly before we reach contact with the enemy here. So here we are up at altitude. I had just warned Eric that he was starting to contrail, and we were trying to figure out exactly what altitude the contrailing was happening at, and then figured it doesn't really matter, and all threw our smoke on just to fool around a little bit. And in a second, we will make the first contact with the enemy. There's an awful lot of shooting going on down there from all the landing craft, and as we're looking to see that, we spot the first enemy, which is a P-51 down low left. So we're going to make a formation, sort of a loose formation, left turn, and head in towards where the enemies are coming from. We spot that Spitfire along with the P-51. And then a second Spitfire reveals himself. So I believe that Eric has one coming head-on for him here, so we're discussing who's going to go for what. And that other Spitfire looks like he's going to go dive in on the 410 that's low, so I'm going to head this way and help Eric with whatever commits on Eric. I'm going to go after the other one so Eric doesn't get 2-on-1. There's also a P-38 down low, but he doesn't really climb up yet. We do get involved with him in a little bit, but not yet. So the P-63 seems like he went low, and then the P-39 comes into view, but I'm going to go up and help Eric with this Spitfire and make sure Eric doesn't get outmaneuvered. Didn't get any very good hits on him, but at least gave him something else to think about, and gave Eric time to maneuver around. So Eric's heading back over into the battle that we're in. I'm going to give this P-39 a look-see, realize he's nowhere near us, and then turn around and get back to help out my team, my squad here. Now you'll notice we've got quite a few friendlies coming in from behind that are also up above us. And I believe that the Allies here realized just how many Germans were up at altitude and decided they wanted nothing to do with that, and they all dove and ran for the deck. Which may or may not have been a good move, because a squad of P-47s up here all turned our noses towards the ground and chased them down as well. And like Adam said, we had pretty much the heaviest American plane here all diving on them, and we are going to catch them in these dives. So they chased those guys down. I came up and got lined back up on the original Spitfire and the P-38 from before that were coming in. And I'm going to engage these guys to keep them from diving on my guys in turn here. Managed to get a spraying pilot snipe on the Spitfire. And just barely didn't quite get any hits on the P-38, but I'm going to get engaged with him. Dump the combat flaps. bring it around on him, and unfortunately the combat flaps raised my nose just a little bit here, and I can't get the nose down to get the guns on him. But I didn't want to continue engaging in a rolling scissors with him, so I'm going to go to vertical rather than horizontal. And he decides he wants nothing to do with that, and he's just going to dive away as hard as he can. Now he's chasing after Eric now, and ends up swinging off and going over after Adam, who's diving on a P-63. Eric had set that P-63 on fire earlier, and we thought the fire had gone out, and then he eventually crashed into our airfield, so there's Eric's kill. Adam is about to lose control from too many G-forces, but I was able to give the P-38 something to think about with some tracers flying past his canopy, and he rolls off. He's trying to get re-engaged with Adam, but I've got a pretty good position on him here. And even though I can't keep up with him in the close range maneuvers, I'm able to roll my plane around hard enough to get a few more hits on him. Roll up over the top again, still able to maintain my position on him. He's trying to dive away and run now. And I'm able to pull my nose up and get into a firing position on him finally. And finish him off for my second kill. Also setting his wreckage on fire. Eric, unfortunately, had been taken out by the Spitfire that had pounced on him out of nowhere after he'd finished off the P-63. So I told him I would come in and get revenge for him, which I didn't think I was going to do because there were so many friendlies on him. As the Spitfire rolled under my guns, I was able to turn around and come back in on him. Thankfully, this was not a one-on-one, or he probably would have had me. But since he had other enemies, my teammates, to worry about, I was able to roll in and get a good head-on on him and tear him up and just destroy his aircraft for my third kill of the battle. Now I got a pretty good oil leak going on from the first head-on pass with the very original Spitfire, so I really want to get down on the ground and land. But my engine's not quitting yet, it's just kind of yellow. So I'm going to head over towards this TBF and see if I can get involved in this guy, and he actually makes it past our team. And I actually do get the opportunity to shoot him, and I take out his tail control, but of course with that many friendlies on him, it's not like he's going to last long enough for me to get the kill on him, which was totally fine. I'll take an assist to go along with the 3 kills. So now, at 66 miles an hour, I'm ready to turn off, roll over. It's a pretty good time to go in and head in for a landing. I saw some red dots up behind me. Thankfully, those turned out to be the AI bow fighters, and I'm going to roll on in and get myself down on the ground and get this oil leak fixed. I've still got a pretty healthy amount of ammunition for at least one more engagement if it becomes necessary, but I really wanted to get down on the ground. So looking at the mini-map, you can see a red dot up to the right there, that straight north away from me, that just got highlighted again. And searching for him, and it turns out it's a P-40 directly overhead. So I've got a few friendlies up above me, still at altitude, and I'm just going to take advantage and go in and land here, and turn and fight with the P-40 if necessary. I know the P-40 is not that much more maneuverable than I am, and we have about equal weight almost, although I'm heavier. So I'm going to put it down and just hope that my team can keep him engaged and keep him off me. And that is exactly what happened. So the team, thankfully, pounced on that P-40 and kept him quite occupied, which let the 109F in front of me and myself get down on the airfield and land and refuel, rearm, and repair. Not the best landing I've ever made, but my aircraft was crabbing a bit from the wing damage off to the left, so I don't really care. There's no penalty for landing on the grass instead of the concrete, and I came to a stop just fine. And was able to start repairing. Adam was able to get a few hits on the P-40, but he wasn't able to finish it off, and there's the P-40 down from the C-202, and there's the assist for Adam. So we'll skip ahead a bit to myself and the 109F who had landed. We came in and cleared out all the rest of these landing craft that were coming in to threaten our airfield, while the rest of our team chased down the remaining F-4U and Beaufighter, who were the only 2 players left on their team. out there in the distance. So I'm kind of sitting back here in a reserve capacity, trying to save some ammo if I need to go in there and help those guys, but also making sure that those guys have an airfield to land at if that also becomes necessary for them. And there's the Beaufighter taken out by a 109F, and I'm going to roll in and try to finish off these last 2 landing craft before they get in on our airfield. 1 down, 1 to go. Couldn't quite pick off both. I don't have any gun conversion set in my P-47. I never have. I like to be able to just fire at basically any distance. So I don't actually use gun conversions. I probably should, but I never have, and I'm used to shooting with straight-ahead guns. Pick off the last landing craft just at the same time as the 109F finishes off the F4U1C. Or the F4U1, I don't know that he actually was a C. And that takes care of it. That is the end of the enemy team. We still had six aircraft left? 6 aircraft left on our side. So, quite a good job for the team there. So I pulled off 3 victory rolls for the 3 player kills that I scored. And then the battle ended. Not too bad. 3 air targets destroyed, 4 naval targets, 3 enemy assists, which were all on the landing craft, and 1 aircraft. And there you have it, 93,685 lions. It's nice to have a premium aircraft with a premium account and get a bunch of score. 4459, in fact. There's all my awards. Here's the squad's kill feed. And that'll do it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Pretty nice, quick little air battle. And, yeah, I look forward to bringing more air battles to you guys soon, hopefully with Eric and Adam involved, and we'll see you guys soon for more War Thunder. Thank you very much for stopping by. Have a great day, everybody.